Crafters, andyisyoda here, and welcome back to this Modern Island Mansion Let's Build episode 6. Thank you very much for all your comments. A lot of you got in touch on the comments page about these columns saying, don't do that, Andy. I think most of you just said put glass here, like that. So thank you very much for that decision. Makes it easier for me if you guys decide for me. Today we're going to be building a massive tank for fish under here. Thank you to Mikey Liba, who got in touch and said, why not have a massive shark tank? Well, I'll tell you what, I feel it's cruel to keep sharks in a tank, so we're just going to have small fish. A big tank with small fish. I know it's just Minecraft, it's not a real shark, but I've got a conscience. Now, instead of destroying all this by hand, I'm going to use some Vauxhall Sniper. So my idea is to have a big tank, not shark tank, all the way. I'm working on some lights as well, by the way, kind of in the ceiling. I guess I'll continue doing that off camera because it's a little bit boring. Right, the Vauxhall Sniper, I'm going to use this. So we're going to do /VL, we're going to make a list. We're going to put on the list 1, 1, and 24. Now 1, 1 is this granite here, and 24 is the sandstone, and I don't want that to be destroyed. So I'm going to /PXM, exclude that material, and then I can paint away with my ball of air like this, and it won't affect, you see, it won't affect the granite, which is cool. It affects everything else gets balled away into air, but all my granite, which is marking out the edge of my fish tank, and the sandstone floor, gets left intact. So Vauxhall Sniper, really useful. We've got kind of a room up here. This is kind of cool. We can use this, I think, as part of the fish tank, I suppose. So let me just keep on hacking this back. Do you know what? This kind of rough and ready back to the fish tank is probably just what we're going to use, actually. I was going to put a kind of a proper wall, but there's no need for having a proper wall. This could be the back of the tank, like that. Now what's up here? We get to be a bit careful we don't destroy things up here, I think. So let's keep on hacking. Now obviously these blocks are not getting destroyed. How are you guys doing? I'm pretty good. I have been looking forward to moving into my new house. I've just sent away the last final documents for moving into my new apartment, so the solicitor should be able to get it ready. Then I've got to hand over a big check for lots of monies, which will leave me completely and utterly broke. Not a penny to my name, but I will have a house, which is great. I'm going to be setting up a nice big studio, which I'll get you guys involved with. We'll be vlogging the studio setup and so on. So what do you think? This is a massive area for a super big fish tank, and I'm going to use invisible armor stands to hold up the little fishies. There we go. I think that's pretty cool, actually. I think that's pretty cool. What I do want is some clever lighting somehow down into this tank. So I'm wondering if there's a way of bringing some light down into the tank. Let me see, is there any ways at all to get light down into this tank? I wonder if we were to put a glass bottom on this pool here, would that let some light down? What do we have down in here? See, this lets some light down, and lets some water down as well. But that would be cool, wouldn't it? That would be pretty cool. So let's do you there. That should just drain off the water. Right, let me get me Repel brush and then just start to expand this. Why have we not got rid of the water? Why do we still have... Oh, we've still got a leak over here. Let's just seal that in. Because it'd be great to have some light from above come down into the fish tank, right? So let me get this command, /repel 0, and then left click on there, and then I can paint like that. How's that? How's that? Do we go any bigger? Let's have a look on the outside. I think we could go a little smidgen bigger. I think we could come along here like this. I think that'll do, actually. Ah, I know why you are broken. 1, 2, 3, there we are. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back down and through. So that's great. We've got all this natural light coming down into the pool. I like that. Let's put on a glass front to this pool. Now I'm going to have to do this so that the glass has something to join it onto. So that's kind of the edge of the pool here, I would have thought. Kind of here. I'm calling it a pool. It's a tank. Right, now we want some glass for the tank. Now I'm thinking just clear glass. I think clear glass is going to look the best. Do we want that though? I have a feeling we want blocks of glass because the water will butt right up against the blocks of glass. So I think this is what we're actually after. Spin that around. So these are going to get built up to the ceiling like this. Let's have a look at what this is going to look like. There's going to be plenty of water behind there. I think that's okay. Right, so I'm going to pause the video here. Be right back once I've finished smashing the place up and spam dolos all over the shop. Okay, and there's the glass all the way along. By the way, I've got a modern house tutorial coming out tomorrow. A very simple, easy to build modern house tutorial, so look out for that. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for doing that if you have. Now listen, I think one of the most important things in a fish tank is that it doesn't leak, so we're going to need to build up this bit here. But actually lighting is really important in the fish tank as well, so I'm actually going to stick some lights here all the way around the fish tank, and I think that's going to be excellent because that's going to bring us a lot of light exactly where we need it, but it's not going to be visible. You're not going to be able to see this from through here. You know, if you're here, you won't be able to see that light, but it will be there lighting up the tank as well, so that's going to be great. So let's I'll continue that all the way along there, so that's going to go all the way along there. Do that off camera in a second. Where else can we get some lighting? Well, we could actually hide some lighting up in the ceiling as well, just by creating little gaps like that, where we can actually stick a light to shine it down from above. Now some of these spots it's going to be a little bit tricky, like there. That's a bit awkward because we're right into this bit of grass here, which I should be replacing. So some bits not possible, other bits it is possible. Let's see what other nooks and crannies. We can also do things like this. I can hide lights down there, you see, behind blocks like that, so it's completely out of sight. So I'm going to do that all over the place as well. Hide all those, continue these. I need to support and make sure that it doesn't leak down into the pool underneath. So that's going to have to be done. Where else can we hide lights? Maybe up here? Yep, looks like we could get a light up in there and disguise it. We've got light coming down here, which is great, natural light. Always on the lookout for things like that. Some simple lights in the floor as well. So I'm going to, oh, and up here. This is a good spot as well. We can stick some light actually all the way along here, because that's not going to be visible as well. If we're out here, we won't be able to see that light as well. So that's great. That's very, very useful. I noticed there's some light shining down up here as well. Let's just continue this around here. Get as much light coming down into this place as possible. And yeah, simply some ceiling lights up here, I think. Like that. I don't think that's going to be visible. If it is, we might disguise it. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But there we go. Okay, let me be right back when I put the lights in. Hokadoki, that is all done. Pretty good. I don't know why I'm speaking like this, but I am. Now it's time for some plantings. Just going to do a little bit like this. Above the lights and so on. Mix up my kinds of leaves as well. If you want this texture pack, you can download it. Link in the description. UTB 1.9 texture pack. Started off by me, finished off by Spuddonator 5, one of the moderators on the server, and he did a great job, I must say. Let's have a little bit more light in here, I think. Don't worry, I'm not going to do all this on camera. I just want to get kind of an idea of the... I want these to kind of be sort of flowing in the current like this. Maybe something like that would be good. Yeah, I think that's pretty smart. Anyway, there, let's speed up all the vegetations. There we go, job done, plenty of vegetation in the tank and a sneaky little entrance here. The idea is I'm going to fill this tank with water, but to put player heads into it I need to use armor stands because they won't get washed away with the water, whereas the heads would. Now, to get the armor stands, I'm going to use the website which I've linked in the description, and I'll put it maybe at the top of the page or top of the video, but it lets you choose the rotation. Maybe I'll show you actually. I'll show you on the actual video. So you can see the rotation. You can change it whether it has gravity or not. You can make it small. You can also make it invisible as well. But once you make it invisible, quite hard to spot them being invisible and everything. So select all that, copy that, and if I do that, I get my little floating no gravity armor stand. Now let's get some fish heads as well. /heads inventory. Got this heads inventory plugin on the server, the UTB server, play.usetheblocks.net. If you want to come on, the server link is in the description. Search fish, so it should give us a whole ton of fish. So let's pick our little favorite fishies. Definitely have you. Maybe come back for some more of these guys later on. That's plenty to start with, so let's bang these all down here, ready to use and place in our fish tank. The great thing is you can have small fish and big fish depending on the size of your armor stands. That's a big armor stand, so my idea is to place those all over the place and then put this special command in as well. Let me see, it's this command, and the invisible needs to be set to 1, and that's going to set it to invisible. So I place them all, and then I can go around making them all invisible, even though they're floating. If I want to make it visible again, I put that command there. So I'll put that link, that command, in the description as well, and we can spot them. So it's just a question. And then see, the reason you don't want to make them invisible is because they're quite hard to get destroy. You can't just whack them. Once they're invisible, you can't just whack them like that. It's impossible. So let's put in a couple of fish right here. So let me get, I want to spin this round like that, copy that. So I've just went to the website, I've grabbed it, I've put it in place, and then I can put my little fish head on top, and I go back to the website, I spin it a little bit more, copy that command, come down a little touch, paste it in, and that gets me my next fish head at a slightly different angle. And then again, I just change the angle again on the website. Come back here. And that's my third little fish. And then if I use my special invisible armor stand command, is it like that? Invisible 1, that makes them all invisible. We'll go outside and have a little look. Cool little fish. Isn't that great? But you know what I've got to do? I've got to put fish all over the place. Let's put in a couple more on camera, then I'm going to have to go off camera and do this. Let's put some little teeny tiny ones in because they're super, super cute. Put some little tiny fish hiding here. There we go. And then we'll just change the rotation slightly. And the head angle, copy that. Put you about here, pretty close actually. That one's looking down a bit. It's looking kind of sad. Let me just change that head a little bit. Rotate the head. You can do all sorts of tiny little changes, but the important thing is you do little changes. You don't make them all the same, otherwise it just looks a bit weird. So I'm not too happy with that one, but these two were pretty cool. So let me just make another little change. Copy that, and we'll put this one right here, and put that one there. They're looking derpy, right? And then we'll make them invisible with that command. There we go. So I have my work cut out, that's for sure. But they look absolutely brilliant. And when this place is full of water, it's going to look even better. And there's more things we can put into this tank as well. So, Andy has got to do some fishings. Be right back when I've done the fishings. Okay, armor stands are in place. All the fish are here. I need to put in my special command. I've turned the radius to 20. And this needs to be 1. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. What do you think? Little cute fish, aren't they awesome? We'll fill it with water after this. There are a few more things we could do. Oh, it's done them all. Done them all. That's terrific. Okay, exit, exit. There's a little exit here, I think, which I might have to seal up in case it leaks, which would be no good at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of you. Found some more fish. Found some kind of sharky ones as well, which are pretty cool. I do like them. So let's just seal this up. Now, where do we place this water? I don't want the water leaking out anywhere else too badly. So let's just fill this in around here. Yeah, I don't want any water piling down these passageways here. Well, with Chocopic 6.1 shaders, it's kind of weird, but I'm loving the light coming down. It'd be good if I could do some more of that. It's quite dark though, but it's kind of spooky. What do you think? What do you think? Maybe it's going to be better once I have some more lights in the ceiling like this around here. It's just a question of taste as well. There are definitely, I love when it's very busy like this and the fish are very close to the glass. So what I think I might do is add a lot more fish closer to the glass rather than have them hiding at the back of the tank. And I'll probably put some more lighting in off camera as well. And we can also do things like hide some sunken treasure and make, well, we can maybe do that just now actually. Let's see if I could actually do that. So let's just switch shaders off again. Okay, back on the armor stand page, and you can see that I have put the right arm to kind of that position. I've switched on arms, and I've put the right arm to that position. And if I copy that, and then I put the little guy here, and I'm going to give him a diamond shovel, like this. It'll look like the diamond shovel's in the ground, as long as this is low enough. Cool, huh? So we need to get him being invisible. So do I have that command somewhere, Andy? There we go, invisible 1. So there we are. He's invisible. The spade is sticking out the ground. I can't place sand there, so I would need to use a piston just to shove that along. Let's do that now, and that'll be the kind of the last thing we do in this episode. We have made a very big tank. Oops. No, face that way. That's better. A very big tank full of the fish. Boom. In position. And little details like that. And we could even have some sunken treasure with some chests as well, which would look pretty cool. There we go. I love that little spade. Little tiny detail. That's going to be our fish tank. It looks better with shaders on. Let's switch them back on. Tried CUDA shaders for a laugh. CUDA shaders not bad, actually. pretty nice treatment of the water, but it does affect my frame rate, as you might have just sussed from the video. But that'll do for another episode. A new episode every 2 days of this series. Thank you so much for watching. May the blocks be with you. Ciao, ciao.